Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and tonight is indeed fight night, and we have my man Endeavor on the left-hand side rocking out that blue Doffy, as well as myself on the right with that green film Uta deck. Very excited to talk about this match, just because this is 8.5 meta, so I'm just super excited to talk about these decks. Blue Doffy is one that's been seeing a lot of play lately, and a deck that is everyone's very excited for, as well as myself, obviously playing that Uta. I think this deck is finally complete. A little more on that later. But we see a 7k swing going into life. We're going to go and use the ability to play out that Jinbei and then play out the Weevil to draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and take this life, drop me down to 4 already, and then just passing the turn. Quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is DXN Outpost. DXN Provisions, the only place to get all my sealed product. And guys, right now, if you guys want some singles as well as some sealed product, check out the link below for your One Piece goodies, right? So we see a 5k swing going into the Jinbei, and now I'm going to go ahead and drop the Brook, and then yes, you saw the Nami slightly seek in there. I can't find my Namis. I don't know exactly where they are. I know that the card has been out for a very long time. I just can't find them, so I am going to be using these JPEGs, and hopefully you guys are cool with that. But this, I'm going to counter out of both of these swings here, and then now we see the Perona to rearrange our top 5 any way we want, and of course we do still have 3 active Dawn for Endeavor here, so attaching 2 to the leader and then just using the ability for 1, I imagine, is what's going to happen. So yes, most likely, yeah, 7k swing going into life ability. We are going to see another Jinbei, so this is back-to-back Jinbeis, and this is a lot of pressure, and we see the brand new Boa Hancock, 4 cost, 6,000 power blocker on play, reorganize the top 3, and then give a rested Dawn to our leader. Yeah, that card is broken. Jinbei's insane, and I have to relieve some of this pressure because there is no way I can survive without it, right? So let's see exactly what I can do. I currently have 6 active Dawn, and I know a lot of people are thinking to themselves, well, Jinbei, I'm sorry, not Jinbei, Doffy just does Uta just way better. Yes and no. We see a 5k swing going into both of these characters. We counter out of the 1, but I use Nami's ability here to search the top 3 for a film card. Now, if you guys don't know, if you are 8.5 and you are not running a 50 card film deck, I'm not sure what you're doing. I know you love Hody, but guys, 50 cards, it never misses. You essentially draw an extra card every single turn with 50 cards of film cards in your deck. So please run 50. So we are going to go ahead and swing, possibly thinking 6k into the Jinbei or 6k into the Weevil. I'm going 6k into the Jinbei just so that it does kind of hopefully go down, and yes, it finally does go down. And now with 4 active Dawn, we're going to play our 3rd copy of Nami, and we're going to net ourselves a 3rd free card this turn, and that's going to be a 7 cost Luffy, and then just we're going to pass a turn, right? So yes, we are afraid of cards like Pudding and things like that of that nature, but we generate those cards automatically, so I'm not too really worried about it. And on top of the fact that you always see me counter out of these attacks, I just gave 3 cards out of my hand, and we see the the removal for both of them. Very unfortunate, but I tell myself, hey, it's not to worry. I'm gonna get those cards back anyways. It's not a big deal. We lose cards out of our hand, we just generate more cards. It's just kind of like this endless thing, and that is like the way I like to think about it, and that's how I sleep at night. So with 8 active Dawn, we're gonna see here. I'm actually gonna swing 5k into life, and yes, he does actually end up taking it. Endeavor dropping down to 4 life finally. I'm debating here if I want to attach 1 Dawn to my Uta. You know I have the 7 cost Luffy in my hand, so it looks like I'm debating to attach 1 to my Uta. Kind of hoping so. Yes, I am. We're swinging 6k into life here. He's gonna give us a 2k counter, and I'm gonna go ahead and play out the Katakuri, and then we're gonna actually give him double backlight. A hard punish here. Something you can't really go around, I guess. So it's not really a punish, but backlight is a really good card. Being able to, for 2 costs, remove a 4 cost or lower that's rested, or rest a character is really, really good here. So we see our 2nd Boa Hancock hitting the board, giving a rested Dawn to our leader, and even playing out that card outright just without using the leader ability to play it out, it still feels fantastic. Just the fact that it's a blocker anyways. And this Katakuri, in case you guys are wondering, is a 6,000 power Katakuri. just because I have 6 rested cards on my board currently, so pretty good here. And now we see a big 5k into the brook, and I'm gonna let you work for it just a little bit longer. We see a 7k swing into the brook, and we're gonna go ahead and play out the Mihawk. And the reason why I'm giving him a card out of my hand is just because I'm gonna generate another one for the following turn, and on top of the fact that I need to keep him alive, and keeps my health, my life nice and healthy, right? So we are gonna swing possibly 7k into this Mihawk. I think that card is really good, very slept on. 7k into the Mihawk, we reveal another Katakuri. We're gonna add it to our hand, of course, and I'm debating what I want to do. I don't have too many cards in my hand now, only 5 cards, and we're going to go ahead and tap 7 here for the Luffy, playing out the Katakuri, attaching 1 Don to our Katakuri, and swinging 7k into life, and of course it does connect, and we're going to pass the turn. So pretty good here. Obviously, I'm feeling pretty confident right now. I know that the boa is an issue. It's a 6k body nonetheless, but so is this Katakuri. Katakuri is a 6k body, and yes, it costs 3, and we see the instant red rock to bottom deck the Luffy. That is quite unfortunate. And now we see the Piranha coming down, not searching, but just reorganizing our top 5. He could definitely put this to the bottom. We see a femur in the top 5 as well. That is quite frightening. Let's see if hopefully he doesn't get to that point. That card is really, really good, especially for the fact that Uta does run a lot of blockers. So that's obviously an issue. So. And it looks like we're going to go ahead and attach 2 Don to our leader here. We're swinging 7k into 6 effect. We're going to go play the Law. Law's going to bounce to the character there to actually bounce my Katakuri back to my hand. I'm just going to go ahead and give him a 2k counter. And he can swing with this boa, but I guess if he swings with the boa, then I can just swing into it again. And so he's actually going to keep it up as a blocker instead. So not too bad. I would have had to give him another 1k counter, which I probably would have done regardless if I had one. I'm not too sure if I do have one. But this Law I can definitely attack into, so I most likely will swing 7k into this Law. And he only has 3 cards in hand as well, so this would be 2 cards out of his hand if he wants to protect it. Or he can give me a 2k counter along with blocking with that boa, but then the boa obviously is possibly be able to go down here. So 7k, I get a Shanks, which is quite nice, although this deck is only 4 cost characters pretty much. And now we see the Luffy coming down, tapping 7, leaving 1 up. We're going to swing 7k into life once again, taking his 3rd life, finally dropping down to 2 life now, and we're going to pass the turn. Not looking too bad. I mean, I'm actually a really big fan of this 4 cost Uta. In the beginning I kind of hated it, but I realized, hey, it's not too bad. It's pretty good, giving a rested Don to my leader, and then swinging with it for 6k, and then just to draw myself another card. It kind of helps you cycle through all the dead cards in your hand as well, so quite nice, honestly. And obviously we saw the Boa Hancock coming down to giving one of the rested Don to our leader, and now we're swinging a big 8k into the 6,000 power Katakuri. We're gonna go ahead and play out the Law once again to balance my blocker, and I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go. I don't have a 2k counter in my hand, I believe, so I can't really counter out of it, on top of the fact that the boa is still standing. Now he can swing with his bow, which I think he will end up doing. So yeah, 8k into life. I'm actually gonna go ahead and take it, dropping down to 2, and now we see the Sengoku coming down, searching top 5, and grabbing a card. What is he gonna grab? He's gonna grab the Femur. Quite nice here, and if he has double Femur, that could be a little devastating. So we're gonna go ahead and see exactly what happens. And I have my Luffy up, I have my 10 Don, of course, and I have 6 cards in my hand, one of them being I Invincible, and then as well as being a Shanks. So I'm going to attach 1 Don to my leader here. Still thinking about it. I have a couple options, I guess. Just playing out the Shanks to get rid of a 4 cost, it seems really bad. It took you 4 Dawn to play that card, and it took me 9 Dawn to play this card. Even though it's really difficult for you to remove this 9 cost Shanks, it just doesn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that once I do it, I'll be a lot happier about it. It'll be like, finally, it's over. It's out on the board. It'll survive, I hope. Swing 6k into life. We're going to go ahead and get a 2k counter. That's being Sanji. He's going to give us the Buggy 2k counter as well. That's a brand new card out of the deck as well. So 7k swing going to life. It actually does connect, dropping down to 1. And will we see the Shanks appear? The legendary, the hockey god. Let's see. Yes. Yes, the Shanks does come down. Removing the 4 cost Boa is extremely important. And I don't have any blockers up. I have two life left, and I have 6 cards in my hand, I believe. So I know that I think I have 3 2Ks in my hand, so I'm feeling quite confident. And we're gonna play the Perona just to reorganize our top 5. He doesn't have a Red Rock, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you for that. And it looks like I'm pretty sure my Luffy will also survive as well, unless he attacks into it. So I guess he has a couple of options, right? So you can swing heavy into the Luffy, or you can swing just super aggressive into my life. And him playing the Perona does lose him a Dawn as well. If he uses the leader ability, that's going to lose him another Dawn. So really, realistically, how aggressive can you actually be before you put yourself into danger, right? So I mean, you only have 1 life left, so we might be swinging huge here, and it looks like we're going to be swinging 9k into this Luffy is what it looks like. This is a 2k, 1k, and now it's actually into my life. And so we see another 9k swing going into my life. We're going to play out the Jinbei to play out a character from my hand. What is it? And it's actually this brand new 4 cost 5000 power Crocodile 1k counter on play. Reveal the top card. If it's a 7 Warlords, you actually draw 2 cards and then place 1 back at the very top. So he revealed that it was a law, and I'm countering out of this huge swing, and he passes. So pretty nice here. I'm feeling pretty good. We see an 11k swing into Endeavor's life. He has, I believe, 5 cards left, which isn't too bad. He did just draw 2 cards as well off of that Crocodile. So this is a big 11k into life, and this is actually a misplay that I did end up doing. Never should have attacked 11k first. I can go into why exactly right after this moment, after this happens. And yes, he's gonna go ahead and block. I actually have a new Genesis in my hand. If I were to find a backlight, I could have just rested that 4 cost blocker, but I didn't have it in the top 3 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But that's just a really bad way to to go about it, right? I never should have done that. So we have our 7,000 power Luffy, and we're swinging 7k into life. He's definitely going to give us 2 cards out of this transaction here. Obviously, he wants to make sure he doesn't die off of a 15k swing, so he's going to go ahead and give us a 2k as well as a 1k, which you see there. I'm attaching 7 Dawn to my leader, and this is a 12k swing going to life. And if you guys know what's going on, you know what's going on. I am invincible to reset and swing 12k once again. And yes, your boy ends up taking it. Thank you guys so much for checking out this channel, this video. I really do appreciate it. And stay tuned because I have a ton of new OP08.5 matches coming up soon. See ya.